Hello and welcome to the Wyoming Knits YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee and this is my channel where I like to talk about all things knitting. Today is Sunday, June 16th, and this is episode 45. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. Thank you for stopping by today. If you are a new viewer, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Today I'm coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie, Dax. Everybody is home today. The dog has been barking off and on, so we'll see if we get interrupted today. Let's talk about some knitting. So I have 2 finished objects today and a bunch of works in progress that I would like to chat about. I do have some acquisitions that I picked up over the last week, so let's get started. Today I have finished my Stria Cardigan. This is a cardigan by Andrea Mowry. It is a half fisherman's rib, and then it's got the stripes. Let's see. So you come back and you pick up the button band after you knit the whole thing. I did a tubular bind off on all of the bind offs. I do have buttonholes. I just don't have buttons yet. So that'll be something that I don't know, I'm thinking about it. You can't really see the holes. And so I don't know if I want to put those in. So I'll scoot back so you can see the whole thing. There's lots of room in the underarm, so I can wear a long sleeve shirt if I want to in the winter. It's super nice and light. I wore this all day yesterday with the air conditioning on, with just a tank top, and it was really nice to just throw on so the cold air didn't get on my arms. I don't like air blowing on my arms, so this was just light enough to cover up, but also keep me cool. I used Knit Picks Stroll Tweed in the Earl Gray Heather color, and then each of these stripes were a Happy Mermaid Yarn Co., except for this one, and this one was a Zen Yarn Garden. They were all minis. This darker purple, I used a 10-gram mini. The other purples and the 2 greens, I used 20-gram minis, and then this green was a 50-gram mini. I only have probably a string about this long left of this dark purple from my 10-gram mini. So if you do 6 colors, you can potentially use 10 grams each, or if you do 7 colors, you could definitely use a 10-gram mini. So you can use your row 1 minis if you like, or you could probably do each stripe a different color. If you have a whole bunch of row 1 minis or a whole bunch of scraps left over, you could do that. So I absolutely love this sweater. I started it in November. I started it over our Thanksgiving break. I got all the way down to the sleeve separation and noticed I had forgot an increase somewhere up here in the raglan increase, and I didn't know how to fix that. So I ripped it all out and started over, and I finished it, let's see, when did I finish it? Let me double check. I keep everything on Google Keep, and I just make me some little check boxes, and I check off my projects as I finish them. I do every month. I do what I finished, what I'm making. So I started the Stria Cardigan on November 25th, and I finished June 13th. So it did take quite a while to finish it. I think some points just I didn't have the brain space to work on it, so it sat and didn't get worked on for a couple of weeks here and there, but I absolutely love it. I am going to enjoy this in my classroom. I'm going to enjoy it all winter and the fall and next spring. So let's talk about the next thing I finished. I finished my Shorty socks. I made these out of the bamboo pop sock. I think that was, let me grab the tag. So this is the tag, and it's 55% bamboo, 37% cotton, and 8% PBT, which is like nylon. And so this is what I have left. It's a whole, it was a whole 100 grams, and I'm not sure how many grams I used for these socks, but they do fit. They are very, very drapey. I wasn't sure if they were going to be stretchy and fit my foot, but I think they're going to be nice little socks to wear in the summer to keep my feet cool. I haven't worn them yet, so we'll try them probably sometime this week. And that was everything I finished this time. So let's talk about things that I have been working on. So the first one I want to talk about are my pineapple socks, and these are living in a Mountain State Stitches bag. This is the Minecraft pattern. Let me pull that up. By Heather Cox. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I'm using my Yarnable that I got, I want to say June of 2022. Yes, and it's called Straighten Your Crown. And I did make some more progress on these. I was right here last time. I was in the middle of the heel, I think. In the middle of the heel decreases, or the gusset decreases. So I just am doing the pattern on top and stocking it on the bottom. So these are a gift pair, so I will just work until my sock ruler tells me that it's time to be finished. So when I use my sock ruler, it has the inches and centimeters on the back, and then the US women's and men's size on the front. So I just put it in like this. It sticks a little bit, it has a little bit of grip to it, so I just like to make sure the heel, I don't like to pull too tight, but just get it all the way back in the heel, and then I measure until I get to the spot on here where I need to go. So I still have, I think her foot is a US size women's 10, so I have about that much more to go. I don't know the actual length of her foot, so if I was doing this for me, my foot is 9.25 inches. So I would knit to 7.25, which is right here. So that would be about right here. You take 2 inches off for the toe, so I usually knit in between the 7 and the 8. Maybe I need to just stop at the 7. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the measurements on this side and the correspondences on this side. I usually just use this side. So, but you can use this side if you know what you want, how far you want to knit to. I'll have to try that out and see on maybe one of my next pairs of socks. I have a note in here. What is this note? Oh, it's a note from the doctor's office about allergy medicine. Over-the-counter allergy medicine. I went and talked to the doctor here about my allergies, and he gave me some advice. Sometimes in the summertime I can't go outside at all without getting all stuffed up and sneezy. So there's my pineapple socks. My next socks, I started my June Felici socks, so I'm going to use the Arcade Afternoon. And I decided on this mini for the contrast. It does have some sparkle to it. And this is how much I have done so far. And I'm doing the Scrappy Quilt socks by Kay Jones. So this is an interesting pattern. It feels like a lot of purl stitches. There is an equal amount of purl stitches and knit stitches, but if you do not like a lot of purl stitches in a row, I would not suggest this pattern. But it's going to be a fun little textured pattern to work with my Felici. I think I still have one more yellow and a light blue before I start over with this yellow color. So we'll see how far I get on that one. So this is in a Fancy Boys Designs bag. And the last pair of socks I have been working on are the You Better Work socks by Yarnspirations. I'm using the Pattons Croy sock. This one is the gray marl. This one is red. And this one is, let's see, muslin. And I have made some progress since last time. I was right here at this little star. So since then, I put in the heel and started working on the gusset decreases. So the pattern says to, let's look at this picture, to do ribbing all the way down and then stockinette on the foot. I think I'm going to continue the ribbing all the way down on the top, just like my pineapple socks. So do the pattern on the top and stockinette on the bottom. I think that'll work out. And so you don't have that break in pattern right when you get to the foot. So I think that'll look better on the sock. It does say do 2 by 2 and then continue 2 by 2. I did one round of plain knit when I got to the red, and then on the next round I did the 2 by 2 rib, and then when I switched back to the white, I did one round of white in knit before I switched back to the 2 by 2 rib. And then that just gives you a cleaner line right here in the purl portion. So I'm working on those, and those are the only socks I'm working on right now. I do have some sweaters and some other things I'm working on. Let's start with what I have been working on for the longest. I have my Red Lady Creates bag, and this is the Daily Pullover by Purl Soho. And I am using the Purl Soho linen quill. And there's the color. I have finished the second ball. Let's see. Uh-oh, I lost my dragon. We'll find it. Last time I was right here on the first sleeve. I finished the first sleeve. Oh, I didn't take that marker out. And I finished the second sleeve. So I finished both sleeves, and I am on to the V-neck portion. So I just have these on a smaller cable. So I am almost finished with this. I think if I power through this today, I can get finished and get it blocking. So we'll have a finished object for next week. This has just been a project that I work on when I have time, until last week when I was like, oh, I'm almost done with the sleeves. Let's see if I can power through this and get some sleeves done after I finish this one. This one, I think there's 18 stripes on the sleeve, and so there is 36 ends to weave in, and then 36 ends to weave in on this one. It did take me two days to weave in all the ends on this sweater, because I looked at the ends and I got a little overwhelmed, and I would do a few and put it away, and then do a few more and put it away. I don't mind weaving in ends, but it just felt like an overwhelming task to do 60, what's 36 and 36? 72 ends. So that was a lot of ends to weave in 2 days. So I'm almost done with that one. I've got all of my other ends woven in. I'll just have to do the neckline ends, and yeah. So then the other thing I worked on this week is in my LYS Dials bag. This is the Maema cardigan by Pip and Pin. This is what it looks like on Ravelry. I did make some progress on this one. I'm still working on the back and the front. So I've got about that much under the arm. I have to go quite a ways. I think it said 13 inches. So I've got a while. I'm still loving the stitch pattern. Still enjoying this. I think this is going to be a fun, nice, light cardigan to put on over a tank top or a t-shirt in the summer. Something to just take the chill out of the air from the air conditioner. I'm using Teal Torch knits, dancing on top of cars. Let me see if I can find a tag. There we go. So this is one that I've just worked on here and there. I think this will get some more work done on it when I finish the daily pullover. And then because I finished this one, I was looking online, I was looking through my stash, and I had made a sweater before, and I decided to try putting it in the washer to spin out all of the water, to see if my spin cycle would just spin out all the water. And I put it in and set it to spin only, and walked away, and then I heard spin, 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 drop. spin, spin, drop. And I was like, oh no, 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 that's not supposed to do that. So I ran back over to the washer and stopped the washer and pulled out the sweater, and it had felted. I used some linen quill worsted. I think they have discontinued the worsted line. They still have the fingering weight line, but they discontinued the worsted. And so I didn't have enough of the worsted to make a new sweater. And I had some wool ease, some Lion Brand wool ease in my stash, and I was like, I could make another one of those sweaters. It's the Easy V sweater by Caitlin Hunter. I said, oh, I could make another one of those with the wool ease because it's a worsted weight. What colors do I have in stash? And I knew I had some single skeins. I had a blue, a green, like a darker pink, darker rosy pink, and a light pink. So I pulled them out and I was looking. I got on Amazon and I was looking through to see like what I would want as my main color or contrast colors, or what could I do with the pink. And as I was looking, I came across let's see, it's in my dragon bag. I came across this gray, and it was only it was on sale. It was like $4.50 per skein, and I was like, oh, that's a nice color. And I knew I had this color and this color in my stash, so a light pink and a dark pink. And then I had this color in a ball. It didn't have a tag or anything on it. These two were still intact, and this one didn't have anything. And I thought, oh, those three pinks with the gray could work. So I finished this one. Today's Sunday. Friday, these came in the mail. So instead of working on my daily pullover on Friday and finishing up the second sleeve, I cast on the Easy V sweater, and I got this much done in 2 days. So this is the yoke. It looks so much clearer. There's more contrast on the screen than I think there is in real life. In real life, these two kind of, they blend together a little bit, where there's just this one stitch and this one stitch. But it's got this nice shoulder detail on the collar. I think I have about 20 rows left of the color work, and then I do a couple more rounds maybe, and then split for sleeves. So I think this is going to be a fun sweater. Here's the inside. So, and with this, it is, let's see, where does it say? 20% acrylic, 80% acrylic, 20% wool, machine washable, and dryable. So I will not felt this one. I did weigh this one, and using the grams per yards from this tag, I do have enough of this ball to finish this sweater. So you need 3 contrast skeins for the size. I think I'm making the second size. So I only needed 1 contrast of each color, and then I needed 4 of these. So I think with the contrast, it's pretty cost effective for a nice warm sweater for the winter. So we'll see how far I get on this one. And then I had some skeins from Sinful Yarn that I got last summer to make. I was going to make a sweater with this, and I was going to use this one to make the tan line joggers from the Little Wolf Knits. I was going to make green or orange joggers, and then I was going to use this to make a sweater with, and the Teal Torch Knits one is a 75-25, and this one is an 85-15, and so this one was just a little bit plumper. I started the tan line joggers before I started the Maema cardigan, and I got just a few rounds, and I said I do not like the gauge this is knitting up at. It looks like it's, like, when you stretch it out, it looks like it's going to be see-through. So I was like, no, we can't use this yarn for these joggers. We'll do that in the Maema cardigan. And I had 3 skeins of this, and I said, let's get that going in the tan line joggers. And this is what I have so far. Not really that much. You start with a provisional cast on that you're going to come back and do ribbing after. I think, let's see, this is the front, that's the back. Kind of awkward to hold, but I do love the way this is working, and even when you stretch it, it's not really that see-through. So I think this is going to work out really well. This is the color Can't Adult Today. And so I have 3 skeins of this, and we'll see how much I use. I'm through the increases, and I just have to knit until, I want to say, the body or the belly part is long enough to split for split into legs. So this is in my other Red's Lady Creates bag. I thought this would be a fun color to go along with this. And that's all the garments I've been working on. I have worked on my mom's blanket some more. I finished that cake that I had ripped out the whole thing, and I started a new one. This is the Lion Brand mandala. I just have lots of different colors. This one was a clearance one from Joann's. So I have lots of different colors in here. And last time I was down here, let's see, I had just switched from the blue into the orange and yellows. And then I thought this cake would go nicely. It had a little bit of yellow, so it would work in there. And then it'll go like that. Then I'll just pick another color. So it's getting bigger. I don't know if I'm going to use all the yarn I have in here for it, or, but I'm going to try to make it big enough to fit on a queen size bed. This is the Feather and Fan mandala blanket from Yarnspirations. It is no longer on their website, but I did take a picture. It was a free pattern, so I took a picture and I put it in my projects page. So I would have the pattern for in the future. It was a PDF and I did download it into my GoodNotes. Let's see. Do I have when I started that? I restarted the Feather and Fan blanket on January 28th, but I had started it before in, I want to say 2022, and I had made a few mistakes in it that I wasn't happy with, so I ripped it all back out. I had pretty much all of this finished, and I ripped it out and started over because I was not happy, and I am so glad I ripped all of that out and started over. There was a couple places that I had made mistakes and didn't know how to fix it because I was a newer knitter, and I'm glad I ripped it out and started over, so now it all looks consistent. So if in doubt, rip it out and try again. That's what I did with this one. That's what I did with that blanket. If you don't like it, frog it. So I know you put in a lot of time in some of your knits and you're like, oh, I work so hard on this. I have so many hours on this. I don't want to rip it out. But if you're not happy, you're not going to be happy in the end with it either. So you might as well go back and make it how you want it. I did get some mail. I did go shopping last, let's see, Monday. I went to Ogden with one of my friends. Megan and I went to get her car. She dropped it off and had some work done, and we went shopping while they worked on that. We went to Hobby Lobby, and they had a sale on their yarn, and I got some fingering weight. This got blue and some speckles on top. I think this will micro stripe. So this was the Seraphine C. And then they had unicorn horn, which is just a whole bunch of speckles on like a cream colored base, and I got 5. I could either do a sweater or another blanket with this, like another cozy comfort throw where I hold it double. I could do a scrap witchery blanket. I could do a bits and bobs blanket. So I got that. I think everything, all of the yarn was 30% off, so I picked up some yarn, and then I pre-ordered 2 skeins, from Mama Jess Knits. I ordered her 80s remix, And then I ordered her mystery set for, I don't remember which one it was, but this is the Pool Party. This is Pool Party, and this one is Grinning Cat. So I did the sock set. I really want to work on socks, but I really want to work on sweaters. I want to get all of these sweaters done. I have so many sweaters I want to cast on. After I finished this one, I have over here, I have 5 skeins of a green, it's like a tonal green, my favorite color, that I think I want to do a birch pullover by Andrea Mowry in that. So I have lots and lots and lots of plans for sweaters, but I also have this whole box of sock yarn that I want to work on. I don't know if I have a mental block over the socks that I'm working on right now, because the only one for me is the Felici socks, and I'm just doing those to work through some of my Felici to get that out of my stash. And I set a goal to do one pair of Felici socks every month this year. So I don't know if that is holding me back from working on socks that I want to work on and making socks, gift socks for others. I don't know if that's holding me back. So I don't know. I want to work on socks, but I want to finish all the sweaters. So we'll see what next week has in store. I may record earlier on Friday. We have some family plans for the weekend, so I don't know how much time I'll have over the weekend to record. So I might record Friday, or I might record late Sunday and post again on Monday. So we'll see what the week brings. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see some of the things that I'm working on. I try to post some update pictures in my stories of what I've been working on. And so if you want to see some things before I am able to record, check over there. I usually try to post when I finish something, I'll post a picture of it finished. So go ahead and follow me over there. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and 5 more episodes until we're at episode 50. So when we hit episode 50, I think I'll do another subscriber appreciation, and so we'll see how that goes. Until next time, happy knitting!